Good afternoon or good morning, depending on where you are. Let's put some reverb on this and put the volume a little bit up. This week we have been looking at the Fluent UI for Blazor. More like an intro and an update. So let's have a look if we can put that up in our Office add-in today. Let's start the show. I still need to get a little bit adjusted to the time, the new time that we are streaming on Soft as in Software. Usually we did that like 8 p.m. European time. That's maybe like noon in the US somewhere. Now it's like noon in the EU and probably early in the morning in the US. So if you're not looking at this with a live view, make sure that you subscribe and hit the bell to get notified whenever a new stream is coming up. Let's go to the code window here and get to GitHub. Let's see if we need to log in or not. No, we still logged in. What's happened last week is that the pull request was actually accepted, and the samples that we put in there for Blazor add-in, they're now actually live last week. Outlook did not get an update because that solution did not really have a feasible solution with UI to put in the update. So that was only applied to Excel and Word. So let's have a look at my fork, see if my fork is still in sync. You probably need to sync my fork there. This is my fork. One commit ahead and 53 behind. And we are able to merge. Sync the fork. Question is, which one is this commit? I think that's the original one. So let's go back to the original one because I think the pull request did not remove the pull request and the branch. So let's have a look at it closed. It's this one. Added in commands ribbon with a lot of commits in there and some updates, and I had more commits and more updates, and now the pull request successfully merged and closed, so now I can delete the branch. That should reflect in my fork. This one. Still mentioning is one commit ahead. This has been done. So let's first go into, let's have a look here. Able to merge. I would expect that is, or otherwise we just going to merge pull request from 4. Rollback if it fails. Interesting. Well, let's just sync the fork because I really don't know what's in there anymore. Discard one commit. Discard one commit to make this branch match the upstream. One commit will be removed from this branch. Now let's just update the branch. Now it's 2 commits behind. Report spam or phishing. Import a Word document of changes. I think I'm just going to merge the complete fork. There's my thing there. Oh, not my profile. Repositories. Fork that in samples. There we go. Sync fork. Okay, well, let's leave it like it is. I think if we can... This branch is 2 commits ahead of the official. Why is it 2 commits ahead? Because the branch is now gone. This commit does not belong to any branch in this repository and may belong to a fork outside the repository. Okay. The other one. I want to go the other way around. Still kind of confusing, if you ask me. That says it's in sync, but yeah. Apparently it's not, because it's two ahead. So let's open Fish Studio here. Well, let's go into the command line. Data, repos, make directory 2024-05-03. Why is it not typing there? 0503. 2024-0503. And go in here. Let's clone this. Copy. CD Office. Oh. One at a time. So let's create a new branch. Git checkout the. Let's call this FluentUI. FluentUI. Now go into Fish Studio there. Let's open a project. Open a project. Where's my open a project? Here. Repos 240503. That's here. Oh, it's even easier, obviously, if we just go in here. And there should be a solution somewhere. Nothing. CD samples. CD Blazor. CD Excel. Let's pick Excel as the first one again. Usually we tend to pick Excel as the first one. There's a solution in there. Excel, Blazor. There we are. Where's my mouse? My mouse is gone. Oh, different screen. I have to put everything in the box, so it's properly visible in the live stream. Let's go to the GitHub repo from FluentUI and have a look at that. Update what's new. An hour ago, okay. Tab key to close button. That's a small change. Getting started, there we are. The easiest way to get started is by using the templates, but we are not in the templates here. These mimic the regular Blazor templates and come with the design and pre-components and the components pre-configured. We did have that installed. .NET New install templates, that's what we already did, because if we go into a new version of a new instance of Studio and we do like create a new project, we now do have the Blazor web app and the Blazor WebAssembly app. Let's create one. Next. Let's make this for today. New one. Fluent UI -1. That's the first one for today. Next. See if I can remember everything. Configure HTTPS, include sample pages. Let's do that for now. Do not use top level statements. Create. Enjoying Visual Studio? Yes, tremendously. But we are not going to give you feedback right now. Let's run this quickly to see if what our FluentUI basic standard application looks like. To refresh our memory a little bit. Wonder what this profile dialog is doing. It's also not starting the UI. That's also kind of interesting. I'm not sure why. And it did already exit as well. Something to do with the profile, I think. There it is. Not sure why I need to start it twice. There's the header and footer, documentation and demos. Which one is that? FluentUI. Code setup. Let's see with what we did with templates are installed. .NET navigate to the folder where you create a new project and run the following command. Create a new project. We already have a new project. If you want to create a new standalone WebAssembly, you can do this one. When using Visual Studio, you can also use the new project thing. But we already have the new project thing. To start using Fluent Blazor components from scratch, you need to install main Nuget package in the project. That's this one. Copy. If you want to extend the functionality in your library with icons and emoji, that's what we're going to do as well. Let's first start adding the package on the Blazor add-in on the web client. There's new GA packages. Let's see if we have updates. Oh, we do have updates here as well. 804. GitHub Copilot is now enabled. I know, that's what we wanted. Is this one sticking out? Let's accept all the cookies. Let's have a quick look at GitHub to see if the original one is also showing the version 803 samples. Blazor, Excel, add-in, the project file, this one, and it indeed says 803, so 804 is apparently available. So let's first start with updating these ones. Let's by the way, let's change this quickly because we are in the right branch, Fluent UI. Let's refer to changes here. Let's quickly close this because what I wanted to do is create a copy of the actual projects and make that Fluent UI projects. Data repos 2024-0503. This one, add in samples, Blazor add-in. So what I wanted to do here is create a new folder, name that Fluent UI, and copy this one in there. Well, let's copy the other ones as well. No, let's not do that yet. First, open a new one. Now we can do that in here. Now for folder Fluent, CD Excel, Excel solution. And go back into 34 changes. Oh, yeah, obviously, because it's adding all these files. The Solution Explorer, then go in here, new GA packages, Nugget, go to Update, select all, and update. Looking for the button was gone. At least I didn't see it. So all updates, let's go to the other page there, this one, copy that and go in here. Now search for that. Microsoft Fluent UI, ASP.NET Core, icons and emojis. That will happen later on. Data and entity framework later on. So we need this one for now. Package source mapping is off. It is the latest version. Yes, Copilot is active. Meantime, while it's inserting that, let's have a look here again. Set here again. Is that still running? Yeah, that's the Fluent UI web. Is it finished already? Installed. Why does it say only? Oh, because there's a filter on there. Don't have any updates anymore, so that's good. So let's continue here. If you want to extend functionality of the library with icons or emojis, you can install additional packages for that. Let's do that. Let's go all the way in. Install, apply. And the other one, emoji. Install that. There we are. I think that's it. Script as mentioned, we wrap the Fluent UI web components which are implemented in the script file. The file is included in the library itself and doesn't have a download or pulled from CDN. By including the script in the library, you can safeguard that you're always using the best matching script version. When using static server rendering, you will need to include the web component script in your app.razor, as there's no Blazor script being loaded used. Our script will also not get loaded. So this should not be necessary because we are not using static server rendering. Reboot is a collection of element-specific CSS changes in a single file to help kickstart building a site with Blazor UI with Fluent UI Blazor components for Blazor. If it provides an elegant, consistent, and simple baseline build, if you want to use a reboot, you need to add to your AppRazor index HTML or a layout, a line that includes the style sheet. Let's put that in. It is entirely possible to build a site without reboots. If you don't want to reboot and use the templates starting point, just remove the following line. From the app CSS. Okay. Let's copy, let's put this all in. AppRazor index or layout. I think we have the index HTML here. Now the question is, where do we put this in the order? Let's have a look at the other project. There's a title. It's put in here. Is that the same thing? Yes. So basically what we want to do is take out the bootstrap things. To be removed. Bootstrap. So let's first have a look. Well, we can already maybe comment it out and see. See what's happened. What happened if we do that? Look at this one. There's the icon, favorite icon. We don't have that yet, I think. That's this one. That's the Fluent UI icon. I do have one. That's the default one. Oh. Here's my project here. App CSS, and then we have the favorite icon, and in our case we also include the JavaScript item. To bring in the office environment. Telemetry, maybe we should disable that for now. Otherwise we get some stats in the output that are actually not supposed to be in here. This one should be samples. Blazor add-in, and then something like Fluent UI. Copy. Blazor add-in. Fluent. Let's have a look at the TNT, the PMP telemetry thing is also in a different location. Let's copy this. copy. Let's also disable this one. Something like so. What's the common thing for Markdown? Reader should not see it, even if you view source. This is also comment. This may be the most platform independent comment. Oh. To improve platform compatibility and to save one keystroke, it's possible to use with this legitimate hyperlink target. Now it's gone. Interesting. Let me make that a note, copy in my personal notes there for me to remember. Some text. Save. So that disables the telemetry here. Now, what were we doing before this? Okay, we were looking at the index. And this one is now using Bootstrap, I think. So in this case, it says something different. Loading progress. There's a loading progress. It's in the container. This only has something like nothing in there. So we have a header and a footer in here. This is probably exactly the same. Blazor UI, error UI. That's the same. Plus, that's interesting, as a dot in between. Unhandled thing, then dot reload. Span. This one is the Excel one. This is the Blazor WebAssembly thing. And we added the commands for the ribbon items. So the interesting thing is that this one has things like a content container. And this is probably in here in the layout. Yeah, this one has a footer. What do we have in here? Pages, properties, shared. We have a shared that looks a little bit different. We go to the things over here. We have layout and then pages. Let's close the other project. In this case, we have closed like the root. Pages, properties. Interesting, how is this ordered? Like, are these such changes? I need to go in here. Confusing. Pages, properties. How is this in a different order compared to? Oh, it's not. Properties, root, properties, root, and then we have pages, and we don't have shared, but we have layout. Put the same things there. So if I look at add a folder in here, layout, and move those two over to layout. Open these, see if we have That's a nav container. Navigation manager is something that we need to check on because the routing is had a bug in it. We had to fix something around that. Shared. That should be layout. So we should also see that in the other one. See, that's this one. Name of the app and the name of our app and layout. Interop. We do need the Fluent components. Copy. ASP.NET Core Components WebAssembly HTTP virtualization web routing forms JSON and HTTP. Not sure if we separately. Oh, that's already in there. It was just out of focus. Good. Let's get rid of the GitHub Copilot message again. Save. Documentation. Where's the documentation thing? Manual install is what we did. And we don't need to do this, I think, because we're not using server static rendering. Reboot optional. I think we put that in as well. It opened already. We put reboot in here. Yeah, we did. When using the templates to create your application, reboot's already set up for you. We did not. So we have to go to Program CS. We don't have a Program CS. I think. Yeah, we do. Add following builder services, add Fluent UI component. Let's have a look at the other one. Program CS. That's this one. Add Fluent UI component services. This one. After the HTTP clients. We don't have an HTTP client, I think. Because we did that a little bit different. If you're running application on Blazor server, make sure the HTTP client is registered before the add thing, but we don't have Blazor server. Before the add Fluent components method, add component providers. Add following components at the end of the main layout.razor file. There's another thing that I missed just here. Is that this copy? Is that in here already? But it's in here already. Yeah. So that's good. Let's see where we left off here. That's the Blazor server. Don't have to do that. Add components provider. Add the following components at the end. Main layout.razor. Main layout razor. Oh, that's not in here. That's just if you want to use, I think, the Toast dialog or tooltip or message bar providers. These providers are used to associate services with the display Toast dialog box, tooltips, and let's copy that. The end of the main layout razor. I think before the code. Fluent spacer. So what if we replace the footer with something else? Well, let's first have a look at how things are going. There's the body. Fluent header. Do we have a separate header? We do. We have a Parker image in there. Well, let's quickly see if it's still working or not. At least the build succeeded. So let's run this, F5. Let's just kick in Excel. Got it. And because we messed up our Blazor, not Blazor boot, the bootstrap CSS, it's now looking a little bit wild. There's the image thingy. So that still works, I think. Hello world. Now it's loading this thing again. That's something we need to fix because the routing is now off, because it's each time it's reloading the complete Blazor environment. It's not what we actually have in mind. But that was done because there was a bug in the system, because Office.js was canceling the back history. Sample add-in. Let's close the task pane here. That's still working. Insert a name from index. Yes. From bubble. JavaScript. And then the other one. Creating a bubble thing there without the task pane, as you can see. close that. Delete tab. Yes. Close that. And save. Now let's slowly move some things over here. Because what we have in here, that's the header part, where we put in the title, the navigation menu, and we have a body, and we have some footer information here. So let's start with the header. Let's put some Fluent layout in here. Like so. And then we have a Fluent header. And in that header we are not putting, well, maybe you can. Let's see what's happening if we do that. Then there's a Fluent UI, Fluent stack class. Let's copy all of this in. And then have a look at that. So what it says here is we have Fluent stack class main. The orientation is horizontal, width 100%. Then we have the navigation menu. We have in here as well. So the navigation menu can now go. Then we have the content, container, and body. And in this case, it's the body content. Content and body. Then we have an error context. So this, let's take this out. That means that main can go now. Now we still have footer. It's this one. Copy. That's after the Fluent stack. So let's move all these things in this Fluent footer thing. Oh, there. And then let's put something like this in there, see what's happening. Actually, these are all rows, so we don't have rows anymore, I guess. That's another link. And this is a link, so that's not of any interest, I think. Probably need to make some adjustments. But let's have a look first how this is looking the way it is. That's interesting. Did it actually build? Oh, something happened here. So it's put them all not on a row, because we don't have a row anymore. There's a title. Let's see the hello world. Hello world button is still working. Loading, yeah, it's still loading. Okay, let's bring this down to just this. Maybe we can bring in the hedgehog a little bit later. What if we put in something like this? Let's rebuild it. Still has the hedgehog in there. So if the loading pace is still different. Now we have a header and we have some menu items over there, but it's not a horizontal one. And it's not filling out to the bottom. So let's see if we can bring this to the bottom as well. Also try to find the loading thing. I think the main layout thing needs to be updated. That is the main layout. Let's see where loading is. It's all comments. No more. This one, index.html. So we need to adjust that as well. Do we have a 192 in here? We do. But it's also a Blazor one. Interesting. Close all tabs. And now go into the index here. Make that a little bit wider. Let's see. Let's kill Bootstrap here because we did see that things are still working. Let's see. JavaScripting. The header needs to be replaced, I think, by something else. No, that's this. UTF-8, we have that. The viewport width, device width, scale 1. Maximum scale 1. User scalable, no. I don't know. Width, device width, initial scale 1. Title, base, that's what we have here as well. Then we have the Fluent UI thing. Style sheet, favorite icon, style sheet. Now we have the office stuff for the add-in. Then the body starts. Telemetry will be enabled when we deploy this. Div app. And then we have a loading class. Copy. There's a lot of stuff in here as well. And what we see in the FluentUI demo is that everything is removed. So no header information when on startup. There's no main thing here either. I'm missing the div now. Like so. And there's no footer information here anymore. Then Blazor UI. Then we have the office scripts. Save. 5. Oh, that's a big black dot. I think we are missing something there. And the UI is not really what we wanted to see here like this. But we need to fix that a little bit. Style of this, the footer is still our old style. That's interesting. That means that we have something in the Blazor styles, I think, or the app CSS maybe. Let's have a look. The app CSS. Here. There's some stuff in here that's not used by the FluentUI thing. Apparently we have like the background color of this thing. Fluent CSS app. Nav menu icon. So apparently you can do something with the nav menu. The body has all these tokens in there. Main, body content, content, footer, footer focus, and the error, loading progress. So let's all adjust this, copy this over to here as well. Just to make it compliant. We can always change things there. But this is what we did not put in the CSS, I think. Save 5. Still is a large big dot. So I think we missed a loading GIF there. Also, I find it interesting that the footer is still there. Let's have a look at the content here. Sources. CSS. This is the old one. This is the old one, I think. Control F5. Yeah, there's the spinner. That's much better. So let's have a look here. Stop this and run it again. And save. So I did use some cached stuff there. Put F5 in here. Got it. Nice loader right now. Oh yeah. Now we do get now the bottom footer. That's nice. Menu still want to basically have like a hamburger in there. But for now that's okay. The button needs yeah, some styling probably. But at least I think everything still works. It is. Bubble chart. Loading. It's interesting that it's saying 100%, but it's still taking some time. Hello, Scott. How are you doing? Aren't you supposed to be at work at this time? No. I'm actually have a new job. I'm working US time, EST. So that for me, that means I will start working at 3 p.m. until 12 p.m. The downside obviously is that I can't stream in my European evening time anymore. And I have to do that before my work. And that's like 12 p.m, 12:30. Until like 2 and then have a quick lunch and then start to work. Is the new job an upgrade? Well, that depends who you ask. Because people who move up the corporate ladder are going into management and things like that. And I'm going back to being like a Visual Studio tools for office developer. Basically what I do in here on the live stream. And so I'm now a basic, not a basic, also basic, but C# as well. Simple VSTO and Office JavaScript developer. But yeah, the benefit is I'm now working for a US company. So they did offer me a good, they did give me a good offer. So yeah, I'm happy with it as is. Right. If US standards. The downside, obviously, if you are working for a US company, they can kick you out next Monday if they like. So that's a complete big risk for me, as I've been working for 28 years in my previous company. And if they wanted to throw me out, I could probably retire. Yeah, 28 years, can you imagine? Probably some of my audience is not even 28 years old. 100% and still waiting for something. So are you having your lunch now? Oh, so so I have been working with my previous employer longer than you've been alive. That's interesting. Yeah, I probably won't stay 28 years with this company because then I might be dead and buried in under the ground. Let's click the bubble chair. Oh, that's why is that failing? Let's try that again. Show task pane. Oh, slow that. That was a bad error. You have more than 28 years in you. I don't have 28 years to go, I guess. Yeah, maybe. You never know if you get, yeah. Create a table and create a bubble chart. Ooh, that's terrible if we... I found a terrible bug here. So if I delete this thing here and I click the create bubble chart. Eat vegetables and you'll be good. I eat a lot of vegetables. I'm at the gym every day. That's also the benefit for working for the US firm, is that I'm now working to 12 p.m. 12 a.m. I should say, 12 midnight. And because I used to be up and running at 5 a.m., the 5 a.m. club. I had to get up really early to go to the gym before my work. I still go to the gym before my work, but now my work is starting at 3 p.m. So I can do it at normal people time. So this is a big bug. Create a bubble chart without having created the sheet first. So I should fix this. Let's make a note of that. Fix once only. What's the name of the button? Come on. I think it's create bubble chart button. Create bubble chart button is pressed. Big error. Bang bang. I wish I had a job where I could start at 3 p.m. I must say your body needs to adjust a little bit, but because I actually had a double job. I had my job from my employer previously, so getting up at 5 a.m., going to the gym, then starting to work like at 9 to 5, and then in the evening did my live streams. So you can imagine I was exhausted. Now I'm going to start at 3 p.m. and do my day job, so to say, my evening job. Then have a good night's sleep until 8, something around 8. Then do my leisure time and the stream like now. Did have to shift my eating pattern a little bit because I used to have my breakfast right after the gym, like at 7 a.m. and that's now more like 10 a.m. and my lunch is now at 2 p.m. It's kind of confusing, so my body is having some little bit of issues with that, but I already get used to it. I get much better sleep now, so I'm happy with it so far, and lots of new energy doing new things. So this all looks good. Let's see if the other things still work. So you're having your lunch now, Scott? Because it's now like, no, it's already past lunch, so I guess it's almost 2 p.m. That means I also need to quit the stream almost. Terminate it. This is nice, working properly. Show the task pane. Yeah, we do need to do some layout here. I think we can put some icon front there as well. Let's see if we have that on the Fluent UI thing here. Don't think so. Working right now. Okay. Working from home. Yeah, I'm also working from home. Otherwise, I had to commute to the to New York every day, because that's where the company is currently sitting. Well, they are actually mixed Canadian New York company. If you look at my LinkedIn profile, you can see where I'm working right now. So let's close all of these things there. Close all tabs. And stop the application. Quite happy with the way it is already. So I'm now streaming on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. LinkedIn. It's not showing LinkedIn. Yeah, let's see. LinkedIn. See if it's automatically loading. It's not loading. Come on. Oh. Yeah, come on. Sign in. Our system is really slow today. Probably needs to adjust to the change of times as well. My profile. There's the link. Copy. Put that in the chat. I think, by the way, if you go to, I'm not sure if that's really true, soft as in software. Go to the website. Let's see if it's in there as well. This is what we're doing right now. Oh, there's no LinkedIn. Another note there. Add LinkedIn link to soft as in software. Come. I think a Monday would be a good thing to do some changes here and make some adjustments. Is this still working? It is. There we are. We are live today, right now. So that's working. Yeah, I do need to put some more stuff in here because my contact page is now empty. I only reference to my Twitter account. And that obviously blocks it immediately by our friend Elon. Unless you check in there. Let's see, where's the source code here? We do have like 34 changes right now. By adding a new folder. Fluent UI folder. It's just outside your screen, I guess. Yes, it is. Maybe if I hover in here. Still outside your screen. You have to believe me. So let's push this into my repo. Let's check if that's working. Added Fluent UI branch to start building Fluent UI based add-ins. The benefit of this, if you're using Fluent UI, it's more like a corporate look. not so much with the hedgehog on there. So if you, and it also has some systems in there to bring in themes, like the dark themes or the light theme, or even your own corporate scheme. You can put it all in there. And it looks much better in the context of Office. Commit all and sync. Let's see if that's working. Commit. Let's push it. And it's pushed in there. Create a pull request. No, we just want to have a look in here to see if it actually... No. If it's actually put in the GitHub repo. FluentUI just recent pushed. So we have a FluentUI branch in there now with samples. And then Blazor. Oh, why did it rename it like this? Because there's only one folder in there. Oh, that's interesting. It is the way it's defined in my layout here. Apparently, if you display this on GitHub, maybe it's changing later on automatically. It will be returned. So let's have a look at this one and then go into here, an index that now has items like the FluentUI in there as well. So yeah, everything is checked in. So let's continue with that on next week. It's now my lunchtime. So everyone, thanks for watching. And if you actually want to know what I'm doing currently, go to my LinkedIn folder. I will add that to the website next week as well. Where's my main screen there? Put it in there. So if you haven't already done so, please subscribe if you're on YouTube, or follow me or subscribe or whatever on Twitch and YouTube, all the things. Hit the bell to get a notification to be notified on Monday when I'm back again, and hope to see you all next week. Monday is what day is Monday? Because there's some things like Monday 6th, May 6th. Everyone going to the Star Wars movies this weekend, May the 4th, tomorrow, because they are celebrating, I think, the 100th years, no, not 100 years, 25 years probably, of the Menace movie. Which one was it? I don't know. At least there's some celebration going on the Star Wars. See you all next week. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you next week with me again on Office, Blazor, Maui, and FluentUI. Bye bye.